This car seems to be really popular. This is the new Kyosho 1970 Dodge Supercharged VE on the Fazer chassis, and I actually got this in 4 days ago. I haven't been able to review it yet, got a couple other projects that I had to finish up first, but I put this on TikTok. I did a short unboxing, threw it up there, and in those 4 days, it has racked up 7 million views. There's over 1,000 comments, and the likes are just through the roof. And it's gotta be because of the awesome body on here, but I also think it's because people are excited about the Fazer chassis now fitted with a brushless system, as a lot of people thought it should be. The Camaro that we reviewed had a brush system in there. The El Camino had a brush system. They were both a lot of fun, but I think this brushless system is just gonna take it to another level. So why don't I grab the camera and show you some more details. Oh, here it is, the Kyosho Dodge Charger. Doesn't this thing look amazing? I'm gonna be quiet for just 1 second so you can take in how cool this thing looks. It's pretty awesome. This is from their ultra scale body line. They do some incredible work. They really nailed it on this body. You know, I thought they did a fantastic job on the Camaro, on the El Camino, but man, this thing is really, really cool. Now, it is a multiple piece mold that makes up this body. You could see there's a couple body lines. There's one here, and then the rear panel is screwed on, but it still looks really cool. Now, this is a ready to run car. It is equipped with all the electronics. It comes out of the box just like you see it. The only thing that you need for it is a 2S LiPo battery and a charger and some AA batteries for the remote to get it going. But once you get this thing on the asphalt, you could take it up to 40 miles an hour, a little over 40 miles an hour right out of the box. This thing is going to be a beast. Now let's take a closer look at these details. And up front here, this is a molded front fascia. This looks really, really good. I like the detail of the grille. We got the Charger emblem there and the headlights. Check out those headlights. The lenses are separate, and it actually has the cover panel that will come down and cover up the headlights, which is really cool. And it's a manual setting right out of the box. So you could set with a screw, you could hold it into this position where the cover is raised, or you could drop it down, put the screw in, and leave it covered. You could also actually go and put a sub-micro servo in there, and they give you all the parts to make a lever to go and operate those covers with your third channel. So that is really cool. Unfortunately, you know, it doesn't come like that out of the box, but it is a scale model. You could go and make that change yourself. What you could also do is add LED lights. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with LED lights. That would have just set this thing over the top, but they are easy to install, and they do have a light kit that you could just go and drop right in. It'll give you headlights and it will give you taillights. And I think that is something I am definitely gonna do with this kit. But beyond the front fascia here, really like the decal work, did a nice job. Love the detail on the hood. We've got separate wipers, clear windows that are tinted, love that. We got the mirror on the side. Just wanna spin this thing around so you can see the back of it. And the fuel filler cap, that is separate. The rear bumper is a separate piece. Definitely like the decal work on the back. Just a great look overall. Really love the gray that this thing is painted in. All right, now I'll give you a little peek of the blower here and check this thing out. Look at this. This is just so cool. Love the chrome work on here. Decal for the belt. And even down below, there's a plate under there that is matte black. Just really adds to the scale factor of this. All right, now I'm gonna pull the body off so you can see what's underneath. And you know, 4 body clips. Unfortunately, they didn't put like a magnetic body mounting system in here. That just would have set it over the top as well. We still have body clips sticking out of there, but you know, maybe Kyosho will work on that in the future. Maybe they're gonna watch this video. Hey, Kyosho, change that up. All right, there's that blower. It's mounted to this plate up top, but let's check out this Fazer chassis. So this is a proven chassis. We've used this before. There's the El Camino over there, really fun. My kids have been driving that in our driveway, but it's a great chassis. It handles really well right out of the box, and it has some pretty impressive features. So the chassis itself is a composite plastic. Here's where your battery goes. It is a 4-wheel drive chassis, so you got gear differentials in the front and rear. They are sealed. Everything is supported by ball bearings. We've got these really large, bulky composite dog bones going out to the wheel axles. And back here we have a new gear setup. It's well, it's a little bit different from the previous Fazers that we've seen. Still your composite spur gear, but now we have a sintered 32 tooth pinion gear in there where the brush model had a composite plastic pinion gear. So that is an upgrade for this car, and they also give you the aluminum propeller shaft in the center here. That was also composite on the other car. So the drivetrain has been bulked up for the brushless system, really like that. The suspension, we've seen it before. We've got the double wishbone up front, oil-filled shocks, even aluminum caps on there. Pretty much the same thing out the back, fixed link up top. We've got those nice looking shocks. They feel really, really good. Love Kyosho shocks. Even though they're composite bodies, they still feel really good right out of the box. And that makes up the suspension. The steering on here, simple twin bell crank with a servo saver. Now let me just show you a couple other little details before we get into the electronics. Foam front bumper to help protect the chassis from any hits, but hopefully you're not hitting any curbs with that really nice body on there. Adjustable body mounts in case you do ever swap anything out. Little brace plate out back here to keep the suspension arms in check. Let me show you the bottom of the chassis really quick. There is, you know, nice smooth bottom chassis. Not a lot of stuff to get filled up with dirt and stuff as far as the screws go or anything. Everything is accessed through the top, which is really nice, and hex hardware throughout, so it makes it really easy to work on this car. Here are the tires. We got some VTA style tires on road style wheels. Really love that classic style wheel in black. And now we need to talk about the electronics. So we have one of those perfect standard style servos in there for steering, and then for the speed controller, we've got a brushless system. This is sensorless. It is the Brains speed controller, Brains 10, 2 to 3S LiPo speed controller fitted with a Dean's plug, and that sends power over to this Torx 10E 4000 kV 4-pole brushless motor. Really like that motor. I've used similar motors in other cars. It works really well. And you know, we've got the Synchro radio system. I'm going to show you the radio system that comes with, but there's the receiver right there. Everything is waterproof. If you go run this thing through a puddle, it's not going to take out the electronics. And that's really about it. The servo, let me go and just touch base on that really quick. So when you go to set up, or if you go to set up the headlight covers on this, the servo gets mounted here, and then there is a arm that comes out and goes to a mechanical assembly on the front of the body. So pretty neat setup. Again, this thing has been proven to work. I can't wait to try out the new electronics in here. Can't wait to see how fast it goes. Again, almost or over 40 miles an hour. Now here's what else is included in the box. There is the Synchro radio. This is an awesome radio to get ready to run. Really comfortable. Has all the basic trim functions that you need. There's your manual, a bind plug. You got some basic tools here. Here is a bag of extras such as shock pistons, preload collars, even servo horns if you go to change out the servo. Here are some offset brake discs, which are also your hex hubs, and I forgot to mention this over there, but it's got faux disc brakes underneath the wheels, which gives it a great look, and these just add to the width in case you change out the body to a wider body. And then here is the assembly for the headlight cover. So this gets installed on the front of the car, and you got to get a sub-micro to operate it with a third channel. But this is going to be really fun. So let's head outside and see how cool the Dodge Charger Supercharged VE looks ripping around the parking lot. Testing RC cars in the wintertime, not an easy task. Every time I took the Charger out, it was under 30 degrees, and all the parking lots I went to, they were covered in sand and salt. So it was not optimum running conditions for the car, but I made the best of it because you guys need to see this thing in action. And with the brushless system, this thing is awesome. We know the Fazer chassis is really good. Now with this power plant in here, it's just a blast. It is, however, pretty loose in the conditions I was running in. So here's where I'm having a little problem talking about the performance because, you know, I know that this chassis works well, but it was loose out there. The rear end just broke free when I was laying the power down, especially in the corners. And so I was doing a lot of donuts with this thing and wore through the tires, actually. These tires do wear pretty quickly, but when you're busting donuts out there, not on purpose, it does blow out the tires even quicker. But again, this thing is fast now. I still don't have my speed meter back yet, but this thing, I gotta imagine it's flirting with the 40 mile per hour speed. You know, just all the cars I've tested over the years, I got a good feel for speed. It's definitely in the high 30s, and like I said, it's probably hitting that 40 miles an hour, which for this car, it's just so much fun. It looks really cool out there. The steering, there is a bit of understeer on this thing. And again, it might be because of the surfaces. I did my best to try to find a clean parking lot to run it on, but it is what it is. There was some understeer, and for a quicker car, if you're just fooling around, that's fun. But I think this car is pretty well set up out of the box. If I was to give you a suggestion on what to do with it, definitely look at the option part catalog and maybe order yourself up the sway bar set for it. I think that will help reduce some of the roll on the car, which maybe is why the rear end is getting loose on me. I think it'll just settle the car in more. And on an on-road car, you can never go wrong with a sway bar set. They also show on the back of the catalog all the tuning oils that you could get for the differentials, maybe add a little bit heavier of an oil as well. But I would just say get yourself a sway bar first, see how it goes, and then go from there. Awesome car. I really had a great time with it, but what's really awesome about this thing is just the look of it and being able to customize it even more by adding LED lights, by adding a servo to operate the headlight covers. Just a great model from Kyosho. They did an awesome job on this, and by the attention that it's getting online, I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot of people enjoying it. I'll have links in the description below while you're down there. Let me know what you think about the car. Would you just put it on the shelf, or would you just go out and rip on this thing? Hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell, throw the video a like, and we'll see you back soon for some more RC Driver videos.